Question is, are you ready?
Good morning, Crema de Nona. How's everybody doing out there this morning? Of course, I'm here with my buddy Julio, who is down here today. And this guy, we have Marty Siciliano with Primerica. He's going to talk to us a little bit about money and how things are going in this time and day where we're at now. One thing I do want to say, we love our people out there. We got our blue. Why are we wearing blue today? Tuesday Blues Day. This is in honor of all our healthcare workers that are out there busting their backsides, trying to make sure that people that are getting in are getting taken care of and back out of the hospitals as quick as possible. So big shout out to you guys. You guys are doing a hell of a job out there. Keep it all up.
Good morning. Yes, good morning to all our first responders, EMTs, anybody on the front line, God bless you guys for everything you guys are doing. But good topic today, right? Money.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about money. One other thing I do want to mention, we had a couple of our members had birthdays as well. So I want to say happy birthday to Tom from Cap's Kitchen Creations. Check out his stuff. He is the unofficial winner from the Chamber's Feast in the East, which is a huge collaboration of various restaurants that come together. But his gumbo, I swear to you, was out of this park. And if you don't think I know how to cook, go check out my personal page. I've got a pizza up there. I got a couple other things, and I'll post more as things come along. So happy birthday, Tom.
Rob,
Yes, sir.
stop. You're giving it away, Rob. You're giving it away.
I haven't given away anything yet.
Okay.
And we got one other person I do want to mention, Cheryl Echeverria from Echeverria Travel. It was also her birthday yesterday. So, man, there's Friday the 13th in April. It's going to be a busy day. A lot of people got birthdays on that day, even though it's not Friday yet. But give it a few years and we'll be there. But
a few years, Friday the 13th.
In a few years, it will be Friday the 13th in April.
Okay.
It's going to take, I think, about 4 years if you count leap year and everything else, and do the math and everything in with it. So, yeah,
so do we count this year? Do we count this year as well? Because it seems like it's a lost year with everything we're going through.
Yeah, we're all here. People are stuck with us. So, yeah, I guess it counts in one way or another. But one thing I do want to mention on Echeverria Travel, if you are traveling where you have, whether it's elderly, people with special needs, are you blind? Are you deaf? Do you have mobility issues? Check them out. That's what they specialize in, and making sure that either if it's you have the trip of your lifetime and can get around and have all the needs given to you wherever in the world you want to go. And in addition, if you have, say, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle that you want to go on a trip with, you can also get help with that, and that way you can bring them with you and make sure everybody in the family has a great time. So,
well, there's a pause in traveling right now, which probably come up with some great deals for 2021, unless they're going to travel at the end of the year. Lord gives us time to travel next year, but plan it for next year. I mean, 2021 could be some great deals out there.
Yeah. No reason you're going to stop your life moving forward. Yeah, we're in a rut right now and we're not going anywhere, but again, plan now. All these companies are going to be wanting to get on it, and I promise you, I know her. She is all over these things, and Julio, you can attest. She spends a lot of time, and that's all she does is travel and making sure that her clients are taken care of. So give her a big shout out. But happy birthday, Cheryl! I just wanted to say hey.
There you go. Now, who's this guy down there?
All right, this guy we've got Marty Siciliano. He's with Primerica, and I'm not going to talk too much about it because he obviously knows his business a hell of a lot better than I do. So why would I talk about it? Marty, what do you got? Oh, before we start, Marty, how you doing? Because you're actually stuck up in ground zero, so to say, up there, New York, New Jersey. I know you were trying to get back down here, what was it, about a month ago when we talked, and travel was shut down and you weren't allowed out.
Wow.
Yeah, what it was kind of the reverse. I had a bug out of Orlando before they shut the travel down, but it's been interesting. You know, most people are staying home. It's all turning around at this point in time. Things have leveled off as far as the cases, uh, the deaths, you know, that kind of thing. So now there's everybody's starting to talk about opening it back up again, carefully, slowly, but we're all. It's more encouraging. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it ain't the train coming at us at this point.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
So
And
how are you doing through it all? You hanging in there?
doing great. As far as personally, you know, we're under house arrest, you know, at this point in time. But business-wise, it's not business as usual. It's business better than usual.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, I mean, we have taken the entire business and taken it online. And the results are amazing because it used to be people accepted kind of um, uh, you talking to them about pretty much everything that we do, money wise and protection wise. But then now they've come to actually demand it because, you know, it's still a big concern. People have more time to think about their mortality, their money. But, you know, it's going to be a long time before a lot of people are going to let anybody walk into the house. I mean, even in my case, my son, he goes to the office, he works at the office, got an entire, you know, 3,000 square foot office by himself. But we, you know, he doesn't even come in. We had Easter on Zoom. That was pretty cool. And I'm sure a lot of people did that kind of
Yeah.
thing. So it's been interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
One thing I do want to say, I think it's funny that you mentioned kind of we're all on house arrest. If you haven't caught it, Friday, and Julio thought I was crazy when we were talking about top 10 things to do on house arrest, and I think that just proved my point right there. But check it out, YouTube. Go to Crema Live, and you can look for the top 10 things to do while on house arrest. Share it, subscribe. That way you'll get everything as it comes out. And of course, we're right here on Facebook Live Tuesday mornings at 9 o'clock and Fridays at 3. And of course, Friday is going to be a little different format, such as what to do while you're on house arrest. And we're going to continue that as we go. So
That's going to be the new hashtag, is the new house arrest.
yes. And on top of that, if you guys are out there listening, even if you're on the rebroadcast, we've got a couple specials for you today. Marty is kind enough to put out a couple things for us, and we'll talk about that later. But if you want to be part of it, we need to hear from you in the comments, and we need to make sure that you do like and share us on whether it's Facebook or on YouTube. And we're going to have one going to both platforms. So we are going to have a giveaway that we're going to talk about today and on Facebook, and we're going to have another one that's going to go out later this afternoon, and we'll announce the winner on that one Friday during our broadcast of who did that. But that is all going to be on behalf of Marty with Primerica. So anyway,
Thank you, Marty.
yes, sir. Thank you very much. I promise you, someone out there is going to absolutely love it, and I just love the fact that you're doing something, helping out, and getting some more people engaged. But like I said, get your comments down there. Let us know you're out there listening. And if you do have a business in that, please put your name, your business, and a contact we can get you, whether it's a website, your Facebook page, whatever it may be. Let people that see this that aren't necessarily only in our groups get out to get a hold of you. And one way or another, we're going to help push out business. So
yeah, speaking of groups, I want to welcome all our new members. You know, we opened up public for Crema de Nona, so you want to be a part of this growing phenomenon that we have here in the Lake Nona area with the new normal, or the new house arrest, right? You know, just to welcome everybody. Can't wait to continue interacting with all you guys virtually, obviously for now. But, you know, hey, welcome, and spread the word. And this is what's going on right now. You know, we're still reaching out to you guys. It's funny because some of the comments have been saying, hey, that presentation that was done a month ago, how can I get a hold of that person? Because one of them happens to be, they're looking like for an equity loan. Amanda did a great job from Trustco Bank of presenting. and now people are asking for her information. Obviously, the banks are different requirements with their hours. So inbox messages went out to Amanda for her to get this information. So this is how we roll at Crema de Nona.
Yeah, we're again, we started this whole thing over a year ago, just looking for business people in the area to get together to share business, and there is no better feeling than when someone you know, especially if you know them personally, or even if it's one of your clients, that's probably even more important. They need something, and it's not something that you do, but I got a guy. How many times you heard that from up in Chicago, Julio? I got a guy.
Well,
Everybody's got a guy, you know.
No, we got a guy, but you know what's funny is, but even if we don't know that person, we wound up getting to know that person.
Yeah.
How does that happen? You have to be there. You have to be here now with us virtually. But this is how we start and build relationships that have been very fruitful for business. You know what I mean? And, you know, on a personal level, you know, look at Rob and I. We're like brothers right now. You couldn't tell because of my, you know, my good looks and compared to his white hair compared to mine.
Yeah.
But, you know, but look at what we've been able to do in our community in the Lake Nona area and throughout Central Florida, not just Lake Nona.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we've gotten quite a reach, and we want to bring all of you guys with us. Anyway, without further ado,
Marty's a testament. Marty's a testament. He's a regular.
Hell, Marty's in New York or New Jersey, so.
And I have to tell you guys, you know, I've been coming there, I think, for many months, if not a year.
Oh yeah.
And you guys are so supportive. You encourage people to use each other as a resource. And before you pass someone along to one of your clients, you want to know that that person is going to be taken care of. Yep. And that's where the relationship building comes in, because if you feel comfortable with the person, you know they're competent, you feel more comfortable passing them along. And, you know, and you guys are just amazingly supportive. I miss showing up at Graffiti Junction early and helping flip over the chairs and stuff like that.
Yeah, we got our whole group, we got our whole production crew just getting ready for those. But anyway, without further ado, I want to get over to you, Marty, and please tell us what do you got?
Well, the company, if you don't mind, I'll just put a couple slides up so we can do a little show and tell here.
Let's do it. Let's see this.
Yep. The company is Primerica, and we are the largest vendor of financial services in the country. We're listed on the New York Stock Exchange. We were previously owned by Citigroup for 21 years, spun off in April of 2010, and the stock has gone up 100% in the last 5 years. Tremendous success story. We're a disruptor in the financial services industry. We have built distribution like no one else. The slide up there says 126,000. We got over 130,000 representatives. We have become the largest broker dealer, Series 6 broker dealer in the country, the largest vendor of life insurance, term insurance specifically, and a number of other products in the investment world, from retail mutual funds, IRAs, college education plans, that kind of thing, 401ks and other plans for businesses, and managed accounts, which are kind of like mutual funds on steroids, if you will. So it's just an amazing thing. And we set a record year in February, a record month in February. And even with all this stuff going on, we set a record month in March, and we're headed for a phenomenal April, because what we've done, because of the kind of company that we are, we kind of got a hive or a herd mentality, and we've got 130,000 independent business people out there who are capable of thinking really quick, and we've just taken the whole business online. So it is now a stay-at-home business. As I said, people are really, really expecting to be helped on the web. We're a tremendously financially sound company. We only work on a referral basis. We do zero advertising. These are some companies who have given us accolades. And really, what we are is a one-stop shop financial supermarket with home delivery. And right now, the home delivery is virtually. We were talking about the kind of things that come to your mind, house arrest and so forth. And I'm of the Star Trek generation. I don't know if you guys are
All
familiar with
right.
Star Trek. And you remember,
Nano, nano.
right?
No.
There you
No,
go.
that's Mork from Mork there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm out of there.
Yeah, live long and prosper. That's it. But the um, the thing about it is, I used to be stuck in traffic once in a while, or when you're getting ready to go on vacation, get all excited about getting there. And they had a transporter beam that took you from one place to another, scrambled your molecules, and you magically appeared somewhere else. And there's the engineer that ran that. His name is Scotty, and Captain Kirk was famous for saying, "Beam me up, Scotty," and he would magically appear in a ship. Well, that's what I feel like we've got our hands on now, where I mean, literally, we've just zoomed ourselves into, your living room, my office, whatever it might be. Okay. And it's just home delivery just takes a whole new meaning on. Now, the one thing that corporate America, Citibank, maybe the only thing good they did for us was they gave us over 100 different products to bring to people. So that's where the one-stop shopping comes in. Okay, if you see on the screen there, some of the biggest names in the investment and insurance and various protection businesses. Okay, so these are our partners. No one takes money and invests it in an IRA or a 401k with Primerica. Okay, Primerica is just a couple thousand people in Atlanta, Georgia, in a 400,000 square foot office space that they're not even using right now. Everybody's working from home, and those people just support a field force, our field force, licensing, legal, marketing, everything you need. So you get to build a business for yourself, but not by yourself. Everything, including the mentorship with us, is taken care of. And we take really great care of our clients. Okay. We don't have any proprietary products or any one thing to shove down anybody's throat. What we do is we are relationship managers. So I get to know Rob. I know Rob's kind of investment risk profile. I know what makes him comfortable and uncomfortable. And I take him to a partner of ours that manages money or provides protection in whatever area that's comfortable for him. So
So is that like doing a financial needs analysis?
It is exactly. And just going to get to that. Thank you. And here's why people are having some challenges today. Most people don't get a financial education. I mean, a lot of the stuff that we show people and really what they need, basically, they should have learned in high school. I mean, this is not very complicated stuff. There's a lot of people out there who try to make it complicated to justify their own existence, but it really isn't that complicated. They don't have a financial game plan. Okay. You really need to sit down and do that. Most people spend more time planning a 2-week vacation than they do their entire financial future. Okay. So you need to sit down and have a game plan, and that's where the financial needs analysis comes in. And you got to have a financial coach. I mean, for people who have played sports or if you're into sports, the thing about a coach is a coach gets more out of you than you think you had in you. Okay. And if you've had a good one in your life, you remember them and you thank them for it. And you carry that attitude of pushing yourself, make the discipline and all that right on through life with you. So that's what we do. We sit down with people. We're financial coaches. Okay. And, the fact that they don't have access to this really results in some serious challenges. Okay. And they don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. Okay.
Yeah.
We do a financial needs analysis. It's financial GPS. If you turn on your GPS, finds out where you are, and then you tell it where you want to go, and it gives you a plan to do that. Well, that's what we do, almost like a roadmap. So we sit down, we look at your resources, we look at your attitudes, you look at your risk tolerance, and we build a plan to a point in time for you. Okay. And just as an example, everybody's got or should have a financial independence number. If you plan to retire and not go back to work after you retire 6 months later, then you kind of have it together so that you know what you need. And one of the big things that has to be taken into consideration is inflation. So just to look at this real quick, and I'm not going to get into a whole lot of detail, but if you wanted $30,000 a year in 30 years, 3% inflation alone, because what we're doing now monetarily, inflation is going to come back pretty quick. You're going to need $73,000 to do the same job that $30,000 a year does. And I'll give you a great example. In 1973, I bought a brand new Chevy Blazer for $4,300 cash. That same vehicle today, $50,000, $60,000, I don't even know. So now that means your Starbucks, a good, Starbucks coffee is going to cost you about $75 30 years from now. And if you think about it, I mean, it sounds crazy, but that's exactly how this works. And you have to take that into consideration. So this person needs $1 million to do that. And then we just show them how much they've got to put away every year at a decent rate of return. And we're comfortable with 9%, even in all this insanity. Okay? So it's very important to know your financial independence number. And we set them up with an emergency fund, a short-term savings, a long-term savings. And one of the main reasons we do this is because you need that emergency fund. That's where people get into trouble. And that trouble is debt, okay? Now, what we're kind of trained to do is to take our money, go down to the banks, the credit unions, the insurance companies, give it to them, and they go into the economy and make a lot of money on it. So we show people how to bypass the middleman, and we do that through using mutual funds. And there's a world of them out there. There's some aggressive ones, there's some conservative ones. There are managed accounts that manage money differently, kind of keep the highs and the lows out. So we show people how to comfortably go around those institutions and make the money for themselves. And I kind of, just maybe just stop it with this, but this is just a very basic principle called the Rule of 72. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's a banking principle. And what it says is if you take the interest rate that you're getting, look at 3%, and divide it into the number 72, it's going to tell you how long it's going to take your money to double. So if I take $10,000 and put it into, you can't even get that in the bank now. Let's say 3% somewhere, okay? It's going to take 24 years to turn into $20,000 because 3 into 72 is 24. It's going to take another 24 years to grow to $40,000. Double the interest rate, go from 3 to 6, it's logical to assume you'd have twice as much money, but it's going to double every 6 years. You got 4 times as much money. And so if you were to take a wild guess, your wildest guess, at what that would have been at 12%, you wouldn't even come close. Just pick a number in your mind. Okay, if I went from 440 to 160, what's here? That same $10,000 over the same period of time is $2.5 million.
Wow.
And that's how compound interest works for you. So we don't, there are investments who over the last even 30, 40 years have gotten this kind of rate of return. But we feel comfortable talking about 9% because we've got lots of investments that have performed 9% or better, even in these current times. Okay?
Yeah. Wow. So basically, It looks like if you do things right, your money could spread just like this damn virus seems to.
Right. And by the same token, this is how it works against you. Because if you look at the credit card, department store, finance company debt, you're paying them 18, 20, 25. I think the legal limit out of South Dakota is 29.9.
Wow.
That's why you make debt payments forever. Okay. So this is just some basic information. You ought to know it because these are the rules of the game. If you don't know the game, you're probably going to lose.
Yeah.
And so I think that maybe I'm just going to, unless you have any questions at this point in time, I'm just going to kind of zip along here, show people how to pay down debt without putting any more money out of their pocket. This is on course to where they were going. They were going to be in debt for 23 years and pay $214,000 in interest, just doing the debt stacking, which we do for free. If you guys know Dave Ramsey, this is Dave Ramsey's snowball. With doing the debt stacking, he paid off in 9 years, have $136,000, $130,000 in interest savings. And if they just kept putting that money away to 65 at 9%, they could retire with $2.4 million.
Yeah. And I do want to say something, only because you did mention Dave Ramsey. I think he's amazing at what he does. But as a salesman, I gotta say that is the number one pet peeve I have is when I see salespeople walking around quoting Dave Ramsey, because he is not geared for sales. He is geared for financial planning, what to do with your money, and all of that. He is not the guy that you listen to for sales advice. If anything, everything he says kind of goes against what makes the sales world work. But anyway, that's my little
Yeah.
piece. So
And the other thing about it, and he's not a salesman, he has no way to implement what he talks about. He's got some trusted advisors and things like that. But you can listen to a Dave Ramsey show for the rest of your life. And if nobody's going to help you, again, as a financial coach, apply those principles, you're just going to be listening to people and thinking about how wonderful life is and never really apply what he's talking about. So, good concepts, okay, but you have to apply them, and that's where the financial coaching comes in.
yeah,
So we talk about having a need for protection. It's just a great example. You got a couple making $3,500 a month each. They got $7,000 in bills, which is about most people are treading water. Something happens to that, either one of the breadwinners, and I don't know why they always kill the guy off. You notice that? It's just, the women are always, spending the money later. But
well, statistically they last longer, but is that because we get beaten down, or is it all the years of slowly putting a couple drops of this and that into our food or drink, whatever it might be, and eventually it takes effect? See,
Rob, stop giving away ideas. Don't give away ideas.
That's why I make sure I keep my life insurance at the bare minimum to cover 1 month's worth of whatever it is, and that's only for the fact that I am worth more alive than I would be dead. So,
well, you don't have to worry about sleeping with one eye open.
You haven't met my wife.
So
although in saying that, I gotta give it to her. She puts up with me, and she's put up with me for damn near 20 years now. I mean, hell, Julio, we've only known each other for a few years. Could you imagine me being with me for 20 years?
No.
Yeah, I can't. I can't even deal with myself. I go crazy. I'm going crazy now with all of this. Anyway, we're getting really close to being out of time. We got about a couple minutes left. But Marty, do you have anything last that you want to say here in the last couple minutes?
Actually, the only thing I really want to say is that just going to kind of flip through these real quick. The only thing that I really want to say is that what we have is a tremendous opportunity for people to help us grow our distribution. We bring people on board on strictly a referral basis. We get you licensed and certified for all the products that we help people with. And if you want to, just like a referral agent in the real estate business, if you just want to refer a business, you can get compensated. You can come on part-time. And again, having everything you need done with and for you. We take a team approach on dealing with clients. You can turn it into a full-time career change and even, build offices if you want, like I have. We've got 8 in the New York, New Jersey area. Just opened up an office in Los Angeles, and we've got 2 in Florida. If you want to build a huge team, you can. And also, we do joint ventures with businesses, and we show them how to take their client base, whatever they have now, and leverage that with it's a turnkey plug-in operation to whatever they're doing now. We show them how to leverage that client base into introducing our products and building just a whole different income stream, because I think it's a little obvious that there's going to be a whole lot of people and a whole lot of people right now, even entrepreneurs like all of us on this broadcast, who really wish they had at least 1 or 2 or 3 more income streams, because it's going to get rough out there. And what we're doing is we're looking for people who maybe lost a job, people who have a business that it's going to take a while to rebuild their model, and they want to make some income in the meantime. we can be used very, very differently depending on what your situation is.
Yeah.
And the only thing I want to say is that we work kind of like the real estate model. We can build you into a broker, show you how to build a team. And the biggest thing that exists in this business that doesn't anywhere else, and I'll end with this, Rob, we have residual income, regardless of what is going on in the economy, regardless of what you're doing today. You have an income stream that follows you for as long as you maintain a client relationship. So it's really an unheard of advantage.
Excellent. So with that, you can get a hold of Marty, contact myself or Julio on that, and we'll get you in touch with Marty on that with Primerica. Unfortunately, we're just about out of time, but as I did promise, we do have a giveaway. Marty is kind enough to give us $25 to Amazon, and that is ×2. So based off of the comments we have from who's here live, our winner this morning is going to be Amanda Reed with Trustco Bank. So
Hey, I was just talking about her.
yeah, so how about that? So Amanda, congratulations, and there is a second chance to win, and that is by going to YouTube. You got to share us, and you got to subscribe, and put in a comment, and we'll get to you. With that, we are just about out of time. Marty's information is on the screen. We'll leave you with that, and with that, you guys have a great day. We got about 10 seconds, Julio.
Well, everybody just have a blessed day. Happy Taco Tuesday. Stay tuned. Crema de Nona. Stay tuned. Spread the word.
That's right. Spread the word, and we'll see you guys out there. Marty, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And again, there's his information. Get in touch with him, and we'll see you guys Friday at 3 o'clock. Thanks for watching. See ya.